Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fantasycraft: The Last City, presented by You Don't Meet in an Inn, an actual play podcast about exploring obscure tabletop role-playing games with a diverse, rotating cast. I'm your host and GM for this evening, Austin Ramsey. My pronouns are he and him. You can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn, and you can find all of my game design work, including my game Beamsaber, at austin-ramsey.itch.io. This evening, I am joined by, of course, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm playing Dorothy, the unborn mage.
Thank you. Also with us is Sasha.
Hi, I'm Sasha. My pronouns are and I'm playing a cool tree lady who shoots guns sometimes.
Nice. And, of course, last but not least, Hadrian.
That's me. Hit me with them he's and them hims. I'm playing Viper, the martial artist.
Great. So, who wants to recap for us what happened last week?
We goofed.
No, actually, we're doing a super good heist that's going super well.
Yes.
We're
Everything perfectly smooth. We didn't get spotted by a security guard and then immediately punked by said security guard. That definitely didn't happen.
Super, yeah. We have really good relations with the people living here, and we're just gonna we're just gonna talk to the whales, and they're gonna part amicably with them, and yeah, back to the quadlibet in 20 minutes for tea and strumpets.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth sailing.
I think that's after you get back to the ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interpretation of the events. But before we get into that, something that we have decided to change about the rules, house ruling a bit, is that for a while I felt that the assisting results in Fantasycraft were a bit anemic, and there was also a general feeling among us that there could be some incentive to more explore the relationships of the character of the party amongst themselves, and also to firm those relationships up. And so what we have done is we have inserted the connections rules from Beamsaber into Fantasycraft.
Hell yeah. And
so what that means is that every character has a connection, has connections with all of the other characters, and this is represented by a sort of four. The term is a 4-tick clock, but that's not going to mean a whole lot if you aren't already familiar with Forged in the Dark games. So basically there are 4 boxes, and you start with 1 box filled. For each box that is filled, you have a belief that your character thinks about the other character. And so each of our PCs will have 1 belief for each of the other PCs at this time. And any time that you have a quiet scene, or not necessarily a quiet scene, but a scene that explores the relationship between those 2 characters, you get to fill in another box in their connection track. When you assist that character, if you do so successfully, instead of the standard +1 bonus, you will now get a bonus equal to the number of connections that you have with that person. So 1 to 3. And that is because if you fill that 4th connection, instead of getting a new belief, you reset your clock to 1, and you get to ask a question about the relating to any of the beliefs you have with that player character, and either the player or the character must answer truthfully that question. It represents you reaching a new level of understanding with that person. And then you both get 50 XP times your level. So a nice little XP incentive, as well as getting to know the other characters a bit more. And of course, there's that buff to assisting people, which maybe we'll play around with. I'm wondering if plus a bonus equal to double your connection, or possibly even triple your connection, might be more interesting, since even a +3 is still not that big. I think a triple might be too much, but double might be the sweet spot. We'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, let's go through everyone's connections.
Okay. I would just first like to say I actually like Fantasy Crafts assist roles, since team checks are a thing and they use the highest person skill bonus. I like to think narratively that the assist bonus of just +1 is like one of those thematic getting by the skin of your teeth with the help of your teammate. Like, you're trying to jump and they give you a boost, or you're trying to make it across the cliff and they catch your hand. But I also value role play more than anything else, so I really also like Austin's, and I'm happy to implement it, but I like the role as written as well for the system. I think it fits in with the system.
Okay. To be clear, we're not getting rid of the team actions. This is just for the one-on-one assistance.
No, I know. I just...
Yep.
I don't know. I like to make it harder on myself, I guess.
Okay. So, Christine, why don't you start us with Dorothy's beliefs?
Why don't you wait so I can pull that up?
Does anyone else have their beliefs already pulled up?
Yes.
Okay, then why don't we start with Viper's beliefs?
Okay. Starting from the top here, Viper believes about Madame V that Madame V cares more for what people think of her than she cares about people.
Harsh.
Dorothy needs to know that wielding her power doesn't make her a bad person if she does it for good reasons. And Ingrel, not present but always thought of, Ingrel may be the only person I trust to pull Enclave out of its dive into chaos.
All right. Christine, are you now ready to read Dorothy's?
Sure. So Madame V, she's as powerful as she is beautiful. Madame V is a deep, seemingly placid lake with a treacherous rocky bottom. I wonder how deep our friendship, ? Can get before I drown. Viper is a lightning bolt, passionate, direct, and violent. I respect her drive, but she makes me feel empty when I weigh her passion against my numbness. And for Ingrel, her compassion and empathy outweigh her drive. I am disappointed in her.
Okay, and Sasha, finish off with V's.
I think these are meaner than I wanted, but I'll read them. For Dorothy, I'm going to learn as much as I can from Dorothy before the corruption of her bloodline overtakes her. For Viper, Viper's moral concept of the world extends to what she can reach with her fists and no further. And for Ingrel, Ingrel is trying to do something good and actually has the resources to pull it off.
All right. Okay, so with that bit of housekeeping out of the way. Oh, actually, one last thing is that if you have a scene that you think is appropriate to increase your connection, just speak up and say so. And I think that goes not just for scenes your character has, but if you think there's a scene that develops a pairing, just, chime in with that once the scene is done.
What about inappropriate scenes that increase our connection?
Waka waka.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take my answer off the air.
Too late. It's recorded for history.
Good.
All right. So, back to the matter at hand, involving a very fishy mall cop and the 5 of you, including Gentleman Moose and Foxglove. So, I'm gonna take us over to the play screen.
Yeah, that's a map.
It is a map. So, as a reminder, this is like in sort of the brackish water where a swamp meets a bay, and you are at the building a small sort of coral and wood hut just on the edge of where the bay really begins. You've surmised that it is a lookout post of some variety, and there was a single guard there who spotted Viper and Dorothy trying to sneak past by crawling through the I'm not sure how deep it is on Dorothy, because it was like ankle deep on Gentleman Moose, which I think puts it at around like knee deep on Viper and Madam V. So for Dorothy, it's probably like waist deep, right? Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm on Viper's back.
Yeah, I wanted to establish the depth of it. So it's probably about like 2 feet of water, I would say.
Yeah, so her head's just like...
Yep. And I guess Foxglove is swimming, since she has taken a spill alongside Madam V and Gentleman Moose. All 3 of them are sprawled in the water after having been charging this mall cop, and then him putting down his spear and Gentleman Moose balking at self-impalement.
Yeah, this guard was surprisingly well prepared to receive a cavalry charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just a LARPer. He's like, finally. All that land LARPing. Or maybe they do whale jousts.
And so as we left it, it was Dorothy's turn in the initiative after the Sea Devil had blown a conch horn, presumably to alert the community that there was a threat coming from this direction.
Right. First I want to roll Foxglove's initiative because we didn't roll for her.
Ah, okay.
18.
18.
Hey.
Okay. So I guess we should probably also roll for Gentleman Moose. Sasha, if you could take care of that.
Here's the part of the show where I check Gentleman Moose's stats, which is always and has always been whatever it is +1. But
It's a d20 +1.
roll 20. Drum roll, please. Your initiative. I don't know how to read, so I'm gonna say it's a d20 +1. Just a 2. My boy's taking a big old nap.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long ride. He's carried a bunch of trees on his back.
It takes a moose a while to get up.
He needs a second.
Okay, so Dorothy, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to send 3 magic missiles right towards the signaling horn.
Oh, you're gonna smash that horn. Okay.
I don't need to roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll roll my will save, however.
Yep.
Save. Save. Okay, I passed that.
No additional taint.
Not yet. 2, 4, and 3 points of damage.
Okay. What is... How tough
It's
is Shell?
So I looked it up. It seems like it's hard won because I think I took it from I took that from a like some kind of like horn or something in the items list.
Oh. Well then.
I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't have to be hard. It is a shell. Yeah, smash that.
No, we'll go with that. All right. Um, Hadrian, I don't suppose you remember what page the damage for items is on. The damage.
Oh, crud. It's been a while since I tried to break anything, so
Oh, here we are. It is page 155. Construction hard, damage save +10.
Yep.
Oh,
And,
actually, or is it brittle? Ice, paper, glass, sand.
um,
Soft is cloth, dirt, and leather, and
hard is
hard.
bone,
Okay.
so I think that qualifies as shell.
Okay.
Okay, but it is definitely smaller than. I don't know. Even at diminutive, it's still +0. Oh, but or up to 1 inch thick. Okay, so yeah, we'll say it's +6.
Okay. 1 damage save.
No, it's 3 damage saves.
No, it's if it's if it's hard, damage save
Oh.
bonus for.
I see what you mean.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
I meant that because you cast 3 missiles, it's not one roll
Yes.
against.
yeah, no, it just needs to fail once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that one with a 19. Another 19. And a 16.
Cursed dice.
Cutie.
So yes, unfortunately, your missiles fly into it, and I think it like knocks the horn around in his hand, but he keeps a hold of it. But it does not break. It's probably got like chips taken out of it. Probably some of the flanges on the conch break off, but it's still mostly intact.
You just wanted to say flange.
Next time he uses it, it'll be out of tune.
And then I will equip my bullet.
Okay.
Which means I'll probably drop into the water since I have my shield.
You can take a 5-foot step into the waves.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you no longer have a doll on your back.
Like 3/4 cover now.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that because obviously the water doesn't quite stop most attacks. Oh, actually, that's an important thing to recall is that Dorothy, since you're in water and you don't have 5 ranks in athletics, correct?
Yeah, but I'm still in walking length of water. I'm not in swimming.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Foxglove needs to make those rolls, but yeah.
No, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about the penalty for aquatic combat.
Oh, yeah, no, but we're not swimming.
No,
Right? Yeah.
no,
Just have to make sure you hold your arm straight up when you crack that whip.
Full
Oh.
extent.
Okay, so it's specifically underwater combat, not like chest deep in water combat or even swimming combat. Interestingly, it is explicitly underwater. Okay, it's Gentleman Moose's turn.
Yay!
The big boy is sprawled.
He is, yes. He needs to stand up, which is a half action, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And he just does that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Big Boy's in Gorin range of this, this cop, this mall cop, this security guard who is doing his job. Doing it well, by the way, if I may say so.
Like a little Paul Blart.
Feeling quite thwarted at the moment, but yeah, just a gore 3, which is, and his attack is +1. Shocking, incredible.
We need a checking Gentleman Moose's audio track to play.
Sasha,
Every time we have to look at the gentleman.
I think
stat.
it might actually be +3 because it should be. It's likely +1 as the base, and then Gentleman Moose has a strength of 14, I think. Is that correct?
Strength 14, yes.
Yeah, so that'll provide an additional +2 as the strength bonus.
Well, all right.
And that +2 should also be applying to Gentleman Moose's damage as well.
Okay.
Well,
I will
melee
roll that.
damage. Hey,
That's a 17.
that's a 17.
Just took the limiters off of Gentleman Moose.
So that's 2d8 +4, I guess.
Yep,
Now.
that's a hit, that's for sure. Oh wait, +4? I think
For the
I think the
strength
+2
bonus?
might already be included in that case.
Okay. All right. Then that's a 12.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if this unlucky fool can make a DC 17 damage save. Health is 3. That's a +2. Okay. Does not. Rolls a 3 total. So, how does Gentleman Moose dispatch this fellow?
Huh. Let's, probably gets up and then just kind of goes over and, it's not a trample, it's a gore. So probably just sweeps up with his horns, with his antlers. That's what it's called on a moose. And catches him under the chin, and then the whole kit and caboodle goes flying, but when it lands, it doesn't have a head anymore.
Very good. All right. I'll put that out of the way to represent your kill count for this session, because this is a D20 game, and that's how we keep track of XP.
That's not true in Fantasy Craft.
I know, it's about overcoming obstacles, but...
A lot of the times it's violence. It's just the special little tool that we have.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the beginning of the next initiative count. Y'all can see that there is... what do you call it? Motion beneath the water that is heading towards you. And it will be here shortly, but isn't here yet. What do y'all want to do?
I'd say probably withdraw a little bit, because
Group together?
I get the feeling we definitely do not want to be fighting these fools underwater. So going that way is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, either we need to cut loose the whales right now and then go, or just go and try this again some other time?
Well, I mean, this isn't really a time to talk in character. I think once we start retreating, we start retreating. But I mean, we only have food and supplies for the trip here and back allotted, and so if we go back, we're going to have to go back.
I could run a diversion? I guess. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. It is important that you two do the thing.
It's time to split this party up again.
Hmm.
Don't smile that much, Austin.
Listen, between these two groups, mine outnumbers yours, so I think we're gonna be okay.
It's true. You do
True.
have the two, probably actually the three deadliest characters.
Yes, that's true. Also, additionally, I could split up with Viper and probably Foxglove and I could probably go in and cut all um the harnesses off the whales pretty like unless they're in deep water it'd be a bit harder, but not that hard. It's just if we're gonna do it if with a distraction and stealth, probably have a better chance to do it than a tree with no stealth. Someone give this tree stealth.
The tree does have no ranks in stealth.
We can
Foxglove's underwater breathing situation.
yeah. Viper, if you provide a distraction, I'll keep in touch with you via the Whisper Network and I can see how many whales I can just free.
That sounds good. I can do distraction.
Okay, do you have a knife on you? Does any of us have anything sharp?
I have
You have your lance, right?
I have my spear,
Uh-huh.
which would be comically large compared to you.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take Foxglove with me. It'll be okay.
Decent C's axe, which is medium, so it would only be
My size.
your size.
Actually, yeah. Okay, Foxglove, come. And Foxglove and I will scurry off and find those whales. First, I cast Whisper, I guess. Is this doable, Austin?
Yeah, you basically all of you have 2 rounds to do things, 2 rounds worth of actions to do things. So before the reinforcements arrive. So what are the 4 half actions that Dorothy's going to take?
Dorothy is going to cast Whispers, and then I guess hide, which is a full action. And then move, which is a half action.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so give me those. Give me that spell roll, the taint roll, and then the sneak roll.
Okay. Spell saves. Yay! I'm not tainted. The spell is cast. Because my skill bonus is higher than the DC. And then my sneak roll, I will spend an action die. So 2. Also, there's modifiers. Could you pull up the modifier table?
Which modifiers?
Okay. There are modifiers in the. It's under blend because the blend modifiers and the sneak modifiers are the same.
Okay. Um, that is page 71.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we need to work out our lighting situation, the scenery situation,
Um,
character sizes. Oh, this is very detailed.
Yep. Okay. So 2 plus.
Okay, so you'll get the size.
Oh, I got a natural 20. I'm gonna activate that.
Okay, so that's 2 action dice spent on this.
Good news, we no longer need to consult the chart.
Good news, we no longer have Dorothy in the party. Let's go.
Can leave that cursed doll on this cursed island.
Never.
Okay, and then the two of you skedaddle off scene.
Yeah. I should probably roll for Foxglove unless.
I'll
Yeah, sure.
I'll let that crit carry for Foxglove.
Yay, my baby. Oh, we're so good sneakers.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably not going to pay too much attention to a little rat bobbing across the waves.
They're fools for many reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. V or Viper, what do the two of you want to do with your 4 half actions? Well,
First of all,
to be clear, it's 2 pairs of half actions, just because if you have any abilities that activate once per round, so you'll get that twice if you do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get up and get back onto Gentleman Moose.
Okay, so that's 1 pair of actions.
And I don't suppose with all of my 6 arms I could clean out the Derringer in time to use it.
No, that's gonna require like a sit down with like a cleaning kit kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Then I don't know what to do with the other one. I already have my musket loaded. And I can just take that out. I mean, there's no one around to yell at the moment, so I guess I think I might reposition a little bit up the shore to where there isn't, so that like if people come at me, they have to come out of the water a bit more before they can.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead.
And also mostly so that I don't get dragged underwater immediately.
Okay. So yes, you want to just like take a single move to the shallower water?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move you away from the hut.
Is there Overwatch in this game? Can I aim for nothing in particular?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can just like steady your aim or not. No, it has to specifically be against an opponent. So you can't just, rest your muzzle on Gentleman Moose's antlers or something and use that as a bipod.
But there's anticipate, right?
But that's also targeting a specific opponent as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here is something you can do, though, V, is that you have the tactics skill.
You? Yes.
I'm not I'm not sure if it takes. Okay, no, ambushes and outmaneuvers both take a minute. I think there's a feat that lets you do it in 1 round, or an ability or something, but you don't have it. I know that for sure.
Okay. Is there a yell that happens that can help my friends as opposed to terrify my enemies?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then I think I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs for that last action. I'm just gonna hum a cool song under my breath.
Okay. Viper, what do you want to do with your actions?
Well, I think before she stands up out of the water, she yells one more thing to the whales to try to do another impress check just to get them riled up.
Okay. Wait, what are you yelling at the whales?
Are the
What am I
whales
yelling?
visible from here?
Um,
I think we said they were still like 100 meters or so away or something like that.
yeah, they're still like a bit away.
Sorry for interrupting. I was just trying to figure out where we are in context.
Basically, Dorothy, what's your speed?
My speed is 2.
So 20 feet? Is that correct?
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Okay. If you're walking through the water or running, if you take the run action, which quadruples your speed, I believe. No, it triples your speed. So 60 feet. So it's going to take you a couple of rounds to run there.
Okay.
Okay, so Viper, what are you yelling to the whales?
Before she stands up, she just yells, "I am the Graven Guard," and that's an impress check.
Okay.
Because probably some words they've never heard. So
It is pretty impressive, though.
Sounds metal as hell.
Yeah.
And do you have any ranks in impress?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no. So it's still 15.
Yeah. Okay. And
I keep thinking I put a rank in it because I use it all the time, but I never did.
So, depending on how far away the whales are, though, once I get into range of them, if I'm still in range of you for the whisper spell, then I can have you talk to the whales through me.
Well, that would be weird.
Well, not like through my mouth or anything, but like they'll be able to hear you.
Okay.
I'm a conduct. I'm the telephone.
okay, and the whales get a natural 1 on their resolve to resist your impression. Does anyone want to activate that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Well,
These
find
are like,
out.
hell yeah, check out that tree. They're new god now.
so
They're like, "Oh shit, dope, Graven Guard. That sounds metal as fuck."
I want to go with that. Let's go.
Good
Let's go.
time.
yeah, I think that they have like, because they are like phoenixes and are reborn from corpses, there is like a degree of the memories of past selves, and that phrase resonates with them. They don't understand what it means, but they understand that it's important and that it is friendly and is safe. And
That kind of summarizes Viper. Important, friendly, and safe.
That's me.
And so they start, like, you can see as you pull yourself out of the water that the water, like, over the deepest part where you know that is where the whale falls would occur and where they were born, you can see that the water starts, like, thrashing about in that area. And what do you want to do for your other 2 actions?
Are any of these fools close enough to taunt? Or are they still like too far away underwater?
Yeah, they're still too far away underwater.
Okay, then I'm just going to, I think, move back a bit.
Okay.
Be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one move. 6, 6, that's 2 moves.
What's the yellow circle? Is that anything? Or is that just a circle?
I'm assuming that's the guard, the building that the guard was in.
The brown circle is that. The yellow circle is a template that Christine uses for Dorothy's spells, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my stun or my flashbang.
Excellent.
I don't have access to it though. Oh wait, yes I do. I like lying.
Okay. So, I am just going to have to do a little bit of editing. To some GM only layer.
I use my extra action to hype up Gentleman Moose.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Does that have any mechanical?
Yeah, there might be. No, there is like morale bonuses to things.
Let me look at ride maneuvers.
Uh,
No, there's no.
Just start singing Flight of the Valkyries.
okay, morale is usually with class bonuses, unfortunately. But yeah, there are rules for being someone to gas someone up.
All right. So, as the two of you ready yourselves for the coming battle, presumably, unless y'all are just here to draw their attention and then immediately flee, which, since you're being distractions, that also works.
Uh-huh.
See how it goes.
Emerging from the water is 5 of these sea devils with they've got their shields and their machetes in hand, and coming in close behind them is another one that has a long staff in hand, topped with some kind of clear, intentionally shaped coral that resembles it's like a double helix in shape, in 2 branches of coral that wrap around each other on the top of this staff. And beside that one is a sea devil unlike the others you have seen thus far. This one is massive. It is as big as Viper or V, and it has this large dorsal fin across the top of its head, and massive claws and terrifying piranha-like teeth fill its mouth.
I feel a grapple coming on.
Yeah.
I can only imagine Viper's like reacting to that as like, I'm gonna wrestle that.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Oh,
She like flexes the spear a little bit over her shoulders and slaps it on the water.
hell yeah.
Yeah, so they emerge
Yes,
from
you
the
to believe.
water.
Mr. Piranha Teeth.
Yes. Okay. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. As oh, nuts. So here's a problem that I don't often encounter, is trying to figure out how certain spells work. Because
I can help.
okay, do you know what? Do you have the sleep spell?
No.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I'm sure the sleep spell is like 3rd, 4th level. Sleep 1?
yeah, sleep 1.
Yeah, that's. Okay, no, that's a level 1 spell. Let me pull that up for you.
Oh, I got it here.
Well, fine.
I didn't want to do it anyway.
No, exactly. I don't like it.
I wasn't even looking.
Okay, So something that Fantasycraft does to try and balance out what are commonly known as save or die spells, where if you fail the save, you're immediately removed from a combat. Spells such as sleep is that now there are spells which are known as terminals, have terminal effects. The idea is that the effect is catastrophic and frequently game ending. In the interest of fairness, special characters get a +4 bonus with their save. This bonus increases to +8 for a villain to avoid the scenario of just one-shotting the boss with your Finger of Death spell.
Gotta
Or
get on the villain game.
I think there is actually a Finger of Death spell.
yeah. Or like power word kill, that kind of thing.
Fine.
Yeah.
Don't let me be OP. That's fine, Fantasycraft.
So, V, you and Gentleman Moose are both going to, because sleep is an AoE spell.
That's too much.
It's not a very large area. It's in fact just 10 feet of sphere. The two of you need to both make a will save with a special +4 bonus because it's a terminal spell.
Great. Awesome. Cool. And I love it. Thanks. Will save. That's up here with that. And I'm just gonna roll it and then add a 4. That's so that's a 20 in total for Madam V. And then what is my good boy's will? Is you have will, my friend?
It should have at least RES, resilience, and then a grade, but I think we spelled it out on his
RES4, which is a +1. Astonishing.
Does he have wisdom? Or what's his wisdom?
His wisdom is 10.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't change it then.
Yeah. +1. All right. That's a 15.
Okay.
That's 4. Is it 19? It is, yeah, 19.
Saving throw is DC is 10 plus the caster's charisma modifier plus the caster's number of spellcasting feats. Okay, so that is 12. Okay. So it was DC 13. Because caster level does not come into this. So both of you like start to feel a bit drowsy as this fish person holds up the staff and points the double helix of coral in your direction, and their other hand does some arcane gestures as they speak some words in that tongue that none of you can understand or barely understand. And you start to feel drowsy, and as some like faint lights, or not lights, but like flecks of darkness sort of float about you briefly, but you shake your head and shake it off.
Yeah.
So the net effect to an outsider is this fishcaster does some impressive arcane shit, and both Madam V and the Moose just kind of yawn in a bored fashion at him.
Yep.
Seen it before.
And that's its whole turn, is casting that spell. It's now Foxglove's turn, but Foxglove is with Dorothy, and the two of you are moving along. I will, however, put up a counter for how long it's going to take you to get there.
I'm gonna actually let Foxglove run ahead.
What's Foxglove's speed?
3.
3? Okay. So that's 90 feet around. How far is it? It is... I think it's about... I think I said it was like 500 feet, right? I think that sounds about right. So... Okay. So if Foxglove is going to go ahead, then we will track your distance and Foxglove's separately. Okay, so Foxglove goes 90, And you haven't headed in that direction yet. No, wait, you already did one run. So we'll start you off at 60, and Foxglove will have started at 60 at the beginning of this run, which puts her at 150. Okay. Viper, you are up. What do you want to do?
Throw my spear at that caster.
Yeah.
Okay. He is half cover because of the line of guards in front of him.
Nerf that page.
Geek the mage first, right?
To see what the range increment on this thing is.
Throwing spears, I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, probably not.
Ooh, I gotta say, having a character who can trample and that lineup of fish is pretty tempting.
It's very alluring.
So it's got the hurl quality, which means it has a range of 15 times 2.
Okay. So, wow, that's not very far at all. I'm going to have to move.
Yeah, it is 40 feet to the caster from you.
Okay. I think I can manage this. Do one. Oh, I need to get let's get the ruler out here.
And the caster will have 1/2 cover for standing behind this line of guards.
Yeah, that'll do. One move can put me right there, I think. And let me just double check that. I keep forgetting to select the tool. Okay, there we go. That should be exactly 30 feet.
Okay, so that'll be with a -2 penalty to hit.
Yep. Okay, and I have hurled proficiency, but not forte, so it will be this roll -2 and minus the forte proficiency.
Mm,
Or is that just damage?
no, forte if you're proficient, but not.
Or minus the forte bonus.
Yeah, so you just don't get the +1.
Okay, so this will be this roll -3. Which is not great. That's an 8.
Are you going to spend any action dice?
Nah, bye-bye spear.
So that's an 8. 11. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's just a normal miss. It does not like hit the person in front of the caster as a because of missing due to the cover. And so why are you not? Oh, that's why. Roll20 can be very weird sometimes, as we all know. Yeah, so your spear just splashes into the water somewhere near the spellcaster.
It's fine. I have a reason to go over there and get it back now.
Okay. And okay, that's whose turn. It's the sea brute's turn next. And I am just going to put in its health. And then let's see, it's 12.
I should have cast my summon spell before I ran away. I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, y'all didn't have a whole lot of time to work with, so not too surprising that you were distracted.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, hold on. I need to. Ah, yes, it does have that ability. I needed to. I had a feeling it had charge attack, but I wanted to, make sure. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but I'm not scared.
Up to 3 times per combat, the NPC may take a free standard move before attacking. And then I have to check something about its natural attacks. Sorry. I have to see if they can. Ah, yes, there it is. Okay. So I was just checking to see if they have more than one natural attack. Can they? Is it a standard action to use all of them? But no, it is a full action to use all of them. Okay, so it does a normal move and then uses its charge attack to get right up to Viper, and then it sort of like shoves its way through the guards in front of it and then rushes sloshing through the knee-deep water between the two of you, and then takes a massive swing at you with its claw. And so it's got attack 5 plus its strength, so that'll be plus. What's your defense?
18.
It gets a 23.
Oop, yep, I was not looking at that number. That number is bigger than 18.
Okay, and you take 9 points of damage as it hits you with its claw.
Puts my vitality at 37. I do not have editing privilege on this. Wait, nope, I just have the wrong tool selected, sorry.
And
Okay.
all right. And that's its turn. V, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot something. I just have to decide what. I think I might take aim for this this mage who tried to make me real sleepy. Let's see, my range is some number. This is for like 40 feet times something, times 6.
40 feet times 6.
That feels right to me. That feels emotionally correct. Yeah, 40 feet times 6.
Okay, he's 80 feet away from you, so you'll only have a -2 penalty for range, and then it still will have the half cover from the guards in front.
Okay. Well, I can probably close that distance somewhat. Make my first movement a move. I think Gentleman Moose's range, stomping range, speed is 50 feet.
Yep, so you can move
Yes.
50 feet with Gentleman Moose.
So I would like to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I gotta be pretty fucking close.
Just lean over the guards from the top of Gentleman Moose and press the barrel to his head.
Basically. There-ish, kind of.
Yep.
And then gonna grab this gun that I have in my hands, and I'm gonna fire it at that person.
Okay.
Is there a thing I want to do before that? No, not really. So, it's just straight up this, I think. That's a 24.
What's the threat range of your musket?
Range 40 feet times 6.
Sorry, there's
Threat range 20.
20. Okay, so it is not a crit, unfortunately, even though you rolled a 19. But yeah, that 24 hits, that's for sure.
Damn. That's 14 damage.
14 damage.
Guns are dangerous, y'all.
Who knew? Okay, so you take a good chunk out of, oh, wait a second. I just realized whether or not... Does he have damage reduction? No. Okay, wait. Yes, he does, actually. So, slightly less. But yeah, you still take a good chunk out of that fish. Just peg him right in the arm. Okay, and that is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Sea Devil's turns. What are they gonna do? What is their speed? Their speed is 20 because they are walking. So they do not move far.
Hey, that's fine. That's a perfectly fine speed.
Yeah, these two move closer to you and Gentleman Moose. And then, let's see, this one's gonna come here, next to Viper. This one's also gonna move towards you and Gentleman Moose. And then, this last one, Actually, no, the last two are going to stay as, like, the spellcaster's bodyguards. They are going to take total defense action to improve their defense. And in fact, that's what the two... Wait, is total defense a full action?
I think it is.
Total defense. It is a full action. You are right. Okay. So yeah, actually these two are actually going to run up to you and Gentleman Moose. And so now they are just like right in front of you. They're ready to start chopping when they next get a chance. These two are going to take total defense actions by the spellcaster. This one that moved up to Viper is going to take a chop at you with its machete.
One's feeling froggy, huh?
Yeah. What's its attack is for? It's the same. Okay. It rolls a natural 1. Does anyone want to activate that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna activate it again, Sasha?
Yeah.
Okay. So does yeah, so Viper, how do you knock the machete out of this fool's hand?
Would it be out of line to say I just catch the blade in my hand?
Do it.
Just like the two palms against the flat of the blade? Like that? Or
Hell
like
yeah.
you're getting his
Not
wrist?
just one hand. Like he's coming at me from the side while I'm sizing up this big brute, and he just swings at me, and my lower arm on my right side, without even looking at him, it just darts out and catches the blade between two fingers.
God, the disrespect.
And just rips it out of his hand and tosses it to the ground.
Okay, so yeah, that's what happens to this fool. Okay, and that's the Sea Devil's turns. Dorothy, are you continuing to run underwater at this point, as the water has deepened?
I'm going to take a turn, one round doing a summoning. So I have a range of 50 feet for this. So I will put them at, I guess. So so I'm 60 feet from where like Viper was, right?
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to put them.
Or less
I'm,
like her here
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. I'm gonna put it right with
Right behind the spellcaster.
yeah.
Oh God.
Surprise, fools!
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, you wanted to have a magic fight? Okay. Okay, we can do that. So I have to make a will save, but I do not need to make a spellcasting check. I passed my will save, thank God. And our friend, the meat man, appears right behind the fish. And for reference, our meat gentleman is an outsider. No, come on. And besides, he's large.
Gotta find a better token.
Yeah, that's what meat gentleman looks like. That's what. Yeah.
It's not. It's not. And I don't like this bullying.
If you want to find art for me, I will turn it into a token.
I'll.
The popular character Flesh Gentleman is here.
I might look into my.
If you're listening to the audio version, the role of Flesh Gentleman is being played by it's just super
copywritten
neat.
character, actually.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So it's
Flesh Gentleman. TM.
it's a collection of viscera and organs and body parts put together to form just a very brutal creature who just loves to fight, loves that fighting. As most outsiders are physical manifestations of thoughts, wills, and desires, to my knowledge, anyway. So it has an initiative 2. It doesn't tell me what that means.
What's the threat rating?
Midnight.
What's if threat level?
Equal to my casting level, so threat level 4.
Okay, then it's got a +2 initiative bonus.
Excellent.
Threat rating midnight is like a Cold War.
So it's 11.
And 11. Okay. What do you want me to put him into the initiative tracker as?
Meat son.
Meat son. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's
Meat
one
son.
word, Meatson.
Meat son.
Oh yes, the spawn of Eric Meat. All right. So, that's your full turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does it look like as this thing emerges from the water behind the spellcaster?
There's just like some bubbling from the water, and it just slowly like rises up from the water. And because you have the image of Meat Boy right there, it just really does make me feel like it's just Meat Boy coming up.
Just a wall of red.
Yeah, and he's just so happy to be here, guys.
Okay. Gentleman Moose does not get an action because Madam V is mounted on Gentleman Moose, and thus you're sort of you have combined. You are Tree and Moose Voltron.
The Gestalt being.
Yes. I'm gonna do a quick notice roll for the spellcaster to see if it noticed that there is something very threatening behind it.
Bottom.
It does not have notice as a signature skill.
smells weird right now.
It does have a fairly high competency at grade 5. But so we shall see. It gets a 16. I think it notices. It feels the prickling of magic on its back.
That's fair.
And turns around to see this hulking creature of viscera, as you put it. And is going to cast magic missile at Meat
That
Boy.
is not sporting.
So
Oh, you had to make tank checks for him too.
otherwise he'll become an NPC.
Well, no, in his will save, buff bonuses go down, so that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just okay.
Become a very slightly less effective NPC.
What if he becomes a PC though?
Oh, yeah.
Consider. Discuss.
Well, it passes the spell casting check because he's got plus 12 to cast.
Only plus 12 though.
I know you're not threatened. You're not worried about that. You're not impressed.
That's neat.
You've got like plus 25 or something absurd,
No.
right?
Mercy's like, I've got 7 PhDs in spellcasting.
Oh yeah, you don't even like it. I have.
Okay, and let's see, resilience 4. Wait, was it 4? No, it's 3. So, also passes the taint check, does not get tainted. All right. So, gonna deal 6 hits of a d6 to Meat Boy, and then
6 hits.
Sorry, not 6, 3 hits.
Okay.
I was thinking of d6s, which is why I said that. So a 6, a 2, and a 1. So what is Meat Boy's health rating?
4.
4. So that's a plus 3 bonus. So Meat Boy needs to make DC 13 for the first one, unless does he have damage reduction?
No.
Okay.
May have to fiddle around with these stats
Well,
by your leave.
yeah, you can. You're the spellcaster. You get to decide what those stats are, right? So, yeah. So make
Put
that
more bones than Meat Boy next time.
So make that DC 13 damage save with the. I think I said it was a plus 3, right, for the health? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pass.
Okay, and then the next, it's now DC 14 for the additional 2 damage.
Fail because attacker wins, right?
Yep.
So he's gone. It's kind of sad because he didn't get to do any fighting, but it's also fun to be hit.
He's like, oh, dang it.
Just in and out.
Ah,
Quick as you
jeez.
please. Okay.
He's okay with being a damage sponge.
Yeah. What else is a spellcaster gonna do? Can't cast another spell. Already did that.
It's surrender.
Yes, he can.
It does not have a whole lot of options.
He should do another taint check to see if the sleep spell tainted him.
That is true. And it did. Okay. How can I try? I guess I'll just put a taint 1 there. Oops. Did not do that right. There we go. Okay. Oh, Yeah, that's something you could do. Is that... Wait, hold on. Is Tire... Oh no, Tire is adjacent. Okay, how was it? I thought it might be close quarters. But it is not. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't really have anything else to do this round. Doesn't have any ranged weapons. Already spent the spell. So just kind of like looks turns his attention now that he has dealt with this fearsome creature from beyond the realms of sanity, and turns his attention back towards the fight at hand. It is now Foxglove's turn. Foxglove is continuing to move as fast as she can, I take it?
Yep. Does the mage have a visible mage pouch?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't tell, I know. But if you guys got a hold of that for a disarm action. And mage pouches are supposed to be double-handed, although some weapons can be infused with the ability to do a mage pouch.
Well, he does have that big fancy staff. So.
So is Foxglove continuing to...
Yes, yes, she's booking it. She knows the mission. She's not summoning creatures.
Okay.
She's not showing off because her ego is damaged that they're a bit dared to be another magic user.
Okay, so Foxglove has moved 240 now. Viper, what are you going to do?
I need an opposed athletics check from this brute because I'm bull rushing.
Oh, you're bull rushing. I thought you were going to grapple. Okay. Alright, it's got +8 to athletics. And what did you get, Viper?
26.
Do you want to spend any action dice before I roll?
No, I'm gonna let it ride.
Okay. Gets a 13.
So that's 13 different. So I push him 1 square by default, and then an additional square for each 4 points of difference. So that's 4 squares total.
Yeah, where are you moving? Where are the two of you moving to?
Well, that mage turns around from being so proud about his stupid magic missile.
And so you...
And he gets... he turns around to see a freight train coming at him.
Okay.
So that would put me here, and then the brute would be all up in amongst everybody.
Yes.
And there are rules for...
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. An obstructing character makes an athletics check against the bull rusher's athletics result. If he wins, all movement ends and the bull rusher becomes sprawled. Otherwise, the obstructing character becomes sprawled in a random adjacent square, and the bull rush continues past him. With either result, everyone involved suffers the bull rusher's unarmed damage. So that includes you, Viper.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's see if this fish is tough enough to stop this pain train. Do they have athletics? No, they do not. Their competency is a 2, which is a +2 bonus, but they also have +2 strength. So probably not going to beat your 26, and in fact gets an 8.
All right, so time for a damage roll.
So this fool is sprawled.
So that's 9 damage to me, the brute, and the one that we just hit.
Okay. And all three...
that is lethal damage, by the way.
Okay.
Not that it super matters, but...
Yep. All 3 of you have damage reduction 2, though.
Mm-hmm.
So... and we will sprawl.
Puts my vitality at 30.
Fish. Alright, and let's see if the one you crashed into makes it out of this bull rush alive, or if it gets a broken
Just
neck
to be
for its
clear,
trouble.
I had intended to hit all 3 of them.
Oh well, okay. You can hit.
I know it happens sequentially, but
You can hit the 2 of them in front because they don't move. Like once you hit someone, they. Oh wait, no, they move. They move out
random
of the.
direction.
Yeah.
Square.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if both of them get sprawled, then you can. The path is clear to hit the spellcaster with the brute, and unsurprisingly, this one is also sprawled.
Okay.
And
So let's get a damage roll on that one.
well, no, it's the same damage for all of them.
Oh, it'll be the same each time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then I just have to figure out which direction they move first. So the top one moves straight up. The bottom one, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves this way, stumbles forward, after, spins and crashes to the ground. And then let's see if the mage makes the damage or the athletics check, which because of competency might actually succeed. Weirdly,
This mage is swole?
this
This
mage
mage is ripped.
less that because it doesn't have a strength modifier, more just like skilled, I guess.
Uses that staff.
Gets a,
Nope.
Hardcore.
gets a 23,
Nope.
but does not beat Viper's 26.
Impressive, not impressive enough.
Yeah, and is also sprawled. Which direction does this fool go flying? Also straight up one. And so you just knocked all these fools all over the place. The spellcaster does not have damage. Wait, does it have damage reduction? I forgot.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
yes.
said yes.
Yes. So takes another 5 points. Wait, no, 7 points because you did 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and is now at 21 vitality.
Oh, it's a special character.
Yes. As is the brute. And so we will see if these the Sea Devil, the guards, whether or not they survive. We've got health 3, which is +2. Okay. So the first one took 7 damage, so that's DC 13 they need to beat. The first one survives, and the second one does not. He like spins forward, and I think just like you
It's just face down in the water floating.
Yeah, I think there's like a pool of blood around it as like it hit its head on like an underwater rock or something. And so it is concussed face down in the water and will die eventually.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
And so I am just going to move that one up into the kill count. So yes, that was Viper's turn. Fairly effective, I would think. It is the Sea Brute's turn, who is going to get up, and then...
You did remember to apply damage to the brute for every impact, correct?
Is it for every impact?
Mm-hmm.
So then that would apply to you as well, then.
Yep. I took 21 points of damage doing that.
Okay, so no, I will add another 14 points off of the Sea Brute. Okay, so the Sea Brute gets up, and then just see if he's got any special abilities I should know about. Okay, so it gets up. It like raises its claws to either side, tilts its head back, and lets out a fearsome roar. And so, with that, it is using its fearsome ability. So all opponents who can see or hear him has to make or suffers 1d6 stress damage and must make a will save. So Dorothy,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're close enough since you were able to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Viper passes the will save. Madam V does not. Because it is DC 20. Dorothy also does not. Gentleman Moose will also need to make this will save.
This boy's scurry.
Yeah. That's a big scary boy.
What is this moose's will? What is thy will, gentleman moose? Is that just a I don't know what to look for.
What's the RES of Gentleman Moose?
Oh. It's +1. It's a 5 anyway.
Okay. I think Foxglove is too far away to get affected by this, but everyone but Viper is. I'm also going to roll the 1d6 stress damage that everyone is going to take. Dorothy, are you? No, you are not immune to stress.
Does that only affect its enemies or all characters?
All opponents.
All opponents, okay.
Yep. Not everyone. Okay.
Just checking.
Yep. So, you all take 1 point of stress damage.
I'm immune to stress damage.
You are?
Constructs are immune to intelligence, wisdom, charisma, sneak attack, stress, and subdual damage, as well as poison and disease. I can't fall unconscious and never gains bleeding, enraged, fatigued, fixated, frightened, paralyzed, shaken, or sickened.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just empty on the inside.
Wait, did it say?
Yeah.
Are you immune to frightened? Did it say?
Yes.
Put
Oh,
bugs in there.
Okay, then never mind that will save. Okay, so everyone takes 1 point of stress damage.
You know enough to say, wow, that'd be scary if I had flesh.
I wonder how people who feel things. If I was like, oh right, the whales.
All right. So with stress damage,
It works like fatigue.
yes, and then it applies shaken. So everyone must make a will save, another one, of DC 10, or you get a grade of shaken.
Okay, I was about to say, I rolled a die.
Okay, so none of you get a grade of shaken. So you just sit on that 1 point of stress. Okay, so V and Gentleman Moose, you both, because you failed that will save, now have the frightened condition.
Wow.
Yeah,
Scary.
yeah, it is very scary. I'm gonna put in the screaming icon on you and Gentleman Moose
Very much frightened.
as a reminder. So what frightened does is you may not attack or make skill checks and must take at least one standard move action per round away from the source of your fear. Once per round, you may make a resolve check, resolve being a skill, DC 20 to regain composure and lose this condition. Otherwise, it fades at the end of the current scene.
Okay.
So Madam V and Gentleman Moose both just lose their shit.
It's fucked
If it
up.
sucks, hit the bricks. Time to go.
Yup. Meat Sun would act if he was still here. So V,
Rest in pieces, meat son.
you must make at least one standard move action away.
Okay. Can I do that after my resolve check?
Yes. So
Okay.
make that resolve check. Gentleman Moose will need to do likewise.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Well, I got a 14. And Gentleman Moose, who has resolve, which I think we've established because it's RES is a +1.
No, resolve is a
God damn it.
that is resilience. Resolve is a skill that Gentleman Moose may or may not have. I suspect not, being a
Does
moose.
not. No.
Okay. And animals don't have a competency rating, so he just does not have access to the skill. So just roll 1d20.
Okay. I just got the same thing that I did, but without the.
Yeah.
We are fully in sync.
Mhm.
We are drift, 100% drift locked.
Drift compatible.
Yeah. Okay. So, V, you are gonna have to make a break for it. At least.
I was still scared.
Yeah. At least one standard move action per round away from the source of your fear.
All right.
You could, and you can't make attack or skill checks.
Time to fucking go. Is it over there? So that's 50 feet. Just hang on.
Now total defense. That's a move action, right?
No, that we established earlier in this. That's a full attack. That's a full action.
You do the thing where you click and drag the distance.
That is the ruler tool.
Go down to the. It's the circle with the little ruler.
Thank you.
And it's the 4th tool down. Yeah.
All right, just gonna head right to the edge of the map here.
Zoom.
Great. Can I keep reloading? Is a free action, so I'm gonna keep doing that. So my musket's ready.
Yeah, you can do other you can do other things. You just can't do that, or can't attack, or use skill checks. Oh, you can't use skill checks. Huh? Because I was wondering if you could use ride for Gentleman Moose instead. But no, you just can't use skill checks, huh?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if Madam V makes her resolve check, she can then use her skills to help Gentleman Moose, I suppose.
Yeah, calm the boy.
Oh yeah, what does calm? Is there a calm animal
I
handle?
think that's in survival.
Track, train animal. Tracking. Maneuver. Perform. Okay, so no, ride can be used for acrobatics or athletics in place of, but not other skills. So I think Gentleman Moose is just gonna have to sort his shit out himself.
Okay. That
You can
seems
use
like a thing that our Lancer should be able to do. Just
there might be a Lancer ability that
Okay.
relates to that. Yeah, I'm not sure though. But you can also spend action dice on Gentleman Moose if you have any left.
would that make the difference at this point?
It's DC 20, so no, unless you get one of those mad explosions again. But
Nah.
for the future, something to keep in mind of if you get close for either of you.
Okay.
All right, and so you reloaded your musket as you began riding away.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it is the Sea Devil's turns. Yeah, this one is going to take a 5-foot step next to Viper. This one is also going to take a 5-foot step next to Viper. Oops. As is this one. So there are now 3 next to Viper. This one's going to use a half action to get up. And then move next to Viper. Viper, you can't be flanked, right? Because you have some ability. Is that correct?
No, I super can be flanked all the time.
Okay.
Actually.
I thought there was some. I know that V can't be flanked, but I thought.
No, I'm the opposite in that I can be flanked if I just have 2 enemies anywhere near me. They don't have to be on opposite sides.
Okay, so you are now flanked by Oh, the sea brute should be knocked down, right? No, he got up and then roared.
He got
Right.
up. Caused all this
I'm
chaos.
gonna go take care of that.
Ooh, kitty.
Hey, babies. It's okay.
I'm gonna just mute Christine for the moment. Okay.
Midnight, come on.
I think it's been solved. Okay. Where was I? Right. Okay. So this one won't be acting, but the other three will get to make 2 attacks on Viper because they only 5-foot stepped. Oh wait, one of them was disarmed of the machete. Right. So he's actually going to. Actually, he's not going to take a 5-foot step. He's going to look for his machete. And he finds it, and then picks it up, and that's his turn. But the other 2 will get to make their 4 attacks together. And right, they have +6 to hit, I believe. Yes. Okay, so first attack. What's your defense? 18, right?
It's 18, and my dex is 1, so it'll be 17 for being flat-footed.
Why are you flat-footed?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Flanked is different.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Flanked is they get a +2 to hit.
I was looking at flanked and reading the text that went with flat-footed.
Okay, so your defense is 18 then?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one hits. Second one does not. Third one does not. Fourth one does. Okay, so you get hit with 2 machete hits, which are 1d8 plus 2 AP2. So you take 5 and then 10.
Youch. That does not get into my wounds, though. I have 1 vitality left.
Oh. Viper's taking a beating as she is getting ganged up on. Dorothy, are you going to continue running, or are you gonna keep doing
Going, Viper says keep going.
this flanking maneuver? You watch as Viper is getting just chopped with these machetes.
I know something they don't know. I can run faster than all of them.
Viper, do you have acrobatics? Because that's very important for getting out of.
We got to get through one round of opportunity attacks here. I do not have any ranks in acrobatics now.
I'm sorry. Listen, Foxglove is on the mission. We're connected with the Whisper spell, and we speak to each other. I'm gonna cast. My mate's one is gonna just jump back into existence, full of piss and vinegar. And I'll roll to see if I'm tainted. Sorry. I'll save. I am not tainted. You hear like a sickly sound as all this meat is brought into existence again. Just
Schwartz back up out of the water.
Okay. All right. As Meatson rises from the water once more, I think that is a good place to take a break as we return to the start of the initiative count. So we will be back shortly. See y'all then.